What's up guys, this is Jeracraft and today we're going to continue with part 2 of the Basilica tutorial where I'm just going to be showing you how to finish off the roof, the central dome and also the interior because I just want to get this over and done with because I have a lot of new content and I just can't wait to show you. So stay tuned, subscribe, and without further ado, let's begin. Right guys, so the first thing we need to do is sort out all four corners of the Basilica. So we're going to grab some stone brick stairs and place it here and then join it up with cobblestone stairs to create this shape. Then we're going to fill this up with half slabs of cobblestone and place glowstone in the middle. So just repeat that exact same process on the three remaining corners and then we can move on to the roof. So just one last step to finish off the second floor. We're going to grab some cobblestone half slab and go around this top edge and just make sure you filled everything in. So now we can move on to the first outline of the roof and we're going to be using jungle wood stairs and oak wood half slab to create this pattern. When you reach the corner, it's going to be oak wood, jungle wood, and oak wood again, and then just continue following the same pattern. Now when you reach the cracked stone brick, we're going to be placing cobblestone stairs instead and ignoring the center, and then again just continue following the same pattern. So make sure you've done that correctly and then you can just grab some oak wood beams and join up the gaps between both jungle wood stairs. So you should end up with 6 gaps which are all the same size and of course space in the center for the Basilica dome. Just before moving on to that, we're going to grab some full blocks of oak wood, some jungle wood stairs to go on either end following the same pattern, full blocks of jungle wood to join this off, and then finish off with some oak wood slab to cover up the remaining space. And that would be one segment of the roof. All you have to do is copy this across to the 5 remaining spaces and that should be your roof complete. Now when you reach this part of the roof where you have the cobblestone stairs, instead of going with the full blocks across, we're going to go with jungle wood stairs, creating this shape. It just sort of looks a lot better than just having full blocks. So once you've copied that segment of roof an extra 5 times, you should end up with this. I don't expect you to have any problems with it because it's pretty simple, pretty basic roof. And we can now move on to the Basilica dome, and that's going to be the end of the exterior. And then we can move on to the interior of the Basilica. First thing we're going to do is just go around this top edge with 2 blocks of cobblestone. So we now have an outline. Then we're going to place some blocks straight across the corners. And we're going to have some cobblestone wall. And we can also fill up these gaps with some stone brick slab. And then we can have full blocks on top of the cobblestone wall. So basically what we're doing is just following the same pattern as the first floor. So we're going to use some cobblestone slab along this top edge. What you can also do is grab some oak wood and just place some beams along this bottom edge. It adds a really nice bit of extra detail along the outside. Then we're going to be using some cobblestone stairs and placing them on top of the stone bricks facing inwards. And we're also going to place them along the corners. And now we can move on to the inside wall. Basically we're going to have some oak beams right alongside the cobblestone wall. It's going to be 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you can fill this up with jungle wood. So we need to place an extra beam of cobblestone on each corner, and it's going to be 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to be using it as a guideline to place the upside down cobblestone stairs. And then to finish off, we're just going to have the cobblestone stairs facing towards the oak beam. And now we can move on to the roof. So we're going to be using nothing but jungle wood to finish off the Basilica dome. We're going to have stair blocks, full blocks, stairs again, then upside down stairs, and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then the half slab, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, with 1 block in the middle, and you can create a cross on the top, and that's one side. So just replicate this an extra 3 times, and then we can join off the corners. As long as you follow what I do, you shouldn't have any problems along the way. So now we can join off the corners, and this is pretty much as round as I could get it, but of course you're free to change it round to whatever you prefer. Basically we have 2 stair blocks facing in, a full block, 2 extra full blocks, and then the half slab to cover up the remaining space. And just basically replicate that across an extra 3 times. And then finally, to finish off the exterior of the Basilica, don't forget to add a cross using some cobblestone wall. It's 4 blocks in height. Also add some windows along the outside of the dome, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to place a door for the entrance. Right guys, and that is everything for the exterior of the Basilica. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial so far, and as always, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. I'll much appreciate it if you do. Just before we leave, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to build the interior. So the first thing we need to do is build the inside balcony. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the fence. So just basically 1 block away from the door. And you need to do this on all 3 remaining sides. So and we also need to add some extra support beams so that it looks a little bit more stable. We're going to add an extra beam on each corner. Oh, my clicking is terrible. And we're going to leave a 3 block gap and then a beam, 3 block gap and a beam all the way across. Same thing on the other side. This bit also looks a bit unsupportive, so we're going to add an extra oak beam, and this can't be removed, so we're just going to make the stairs face inwards. And we can do that to all 4 corners. And we can also add some extra beams over here. and we can fill that in later on with some flower pots. And that should be enough. Maybe an extra one over here and another right there. We can also fill up the gaps between the oak beams with spruce wood, and that's basically where we're going to place most of the flower pots for decoration. Then of course we can add some benches. Now, instead of using an item frame as an armrest, I think the best solution is to use some open gate. I think that adds a nice bit of detail. Now, the most important part of the basilica would be the altar. Basically what I did was I used half slabs of cobblestone to just create a raised platform. So you can fill all of this area. Now, one important note: to get up to the second floor, basically remove this corner block, remove that and replace it with stone bricks, and then of course you can add your ladder. Now for the altar, you're going to remove these 3 blocks, some stair blocks, and then upside down jungle wood stairs, a full block in the middle, and then 2 stair blocks on each end, and then the pressure plate in the middle. And I think that makes a pretty decent fancy altar. Right guys, so the rest of the interior is pretty simple, so I'm not going to show you how to do it. Instead, I'm going to give you a tour of the original version and hopefully just give you some ideas, because I don't want to make this video too long and I'm just desperate to show you some of the new content. So the first thing you're going to notice when you walk into this basilica is the red carpet. That's one idea. We also have some fence, some torches and some flower pots. Now, one thing you really need to do is add some extra stair blocks to the roof. That adds a lot of extra detail, and also some glowstone. We also have some archways using some upside down cobblestone stairs and some extra stairs along this top edge for detail. We also have a chandelier right on top of the altar, and it should fit in just perfectly. We have some tombstones on each end of the basilica, pretty basic stuff, some flower pots, some torches, some fence and some extra patterns to the flooring. And that is pretty much everything. One last thing you need to know is that you can use trapdoors and glowstone to light up those dark areas of the basilica. Right guys, and that is all for today's tutorial video. You guys requested it, so I hope you enjoyed it, got some inspiration from it, or copied it block by block and put it to good use. Either way, I thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. This is Jeracraft, over and out.